Hello everyone. So today is the day 5 of LWC course and we are going to learn about the JavaScript variables in LWC. Before we start learning with the new topic in LWC, that is the JavaScript variables, let us see what we have learned or what we have covered so far. So we have understood that what is the LWC? What is the benefit, the advantages, why we are working with LWC now. So we also understood the comparison between the existing two technologies, that is the Visual Force and the Aura. We have also understood how we can create and deploy the LWC component, and we can use the LWC component in App Builder. We have also understood that what is the HTML and the JavaScript file in LWC, how we can transfer the data so that it can be visible to the user. That means the transferring of the data from JavaScript to the LWC's HTML file so that that can be visible to the user. And while covering this day 3, we also have seen the role of the properties. So today, I'm going to cover a new topic, which is the JavaScript variables in LWC. Okay. Now, what do you mean by variable? Variable means that a space, okay, a container which you are using to store certain value while you are executing your program. Okay, if you are confused, don't worry, I have a very simple program ready for you to demonstrate you. So this is the class I have created. Just before I started sharing the knowledge on the JavaScript variable, to teach you to understand, to make you understand the use of the variable. So here you can see that we have a variable A, B, C, D, and one more variable, message. Okay. Now, what why we are using these variables? See, first of all, we have to understand that this is the declaration. We have declared a variable with the name as a, that is integer a, integer b. That means a and b both are of type integer, will store the value only integer only. You cannot pass the the decimal value or a string value or any other format or any other data type value in these two variables. I will show you, okay? But let's understand. So you have the two variables. This is a function, okay? Calculate. This is a parameterized, the function which has a two variables, two, the parameters as variables. And this is the a is a variable which we have declared as integer. That means that integer data type can only be stored into a. Integer data can only be stored into b. B is variable. Okay. Now C, what is C? C, whatever the value will pass to A and B, C will be doing addition and the addition will be stored into C. That is C equal A and B. Okay. C equal A and B. A plus B, right? Okay. What is D? D is a decimal type of the variable. D is a decimal type variable, which means that D will store decimal value 2.1. Okay. 2.1. That is, if you try, the passing or, the storing decimal value in any of the integer type, it will throw an error. Okay. So what we are doing actually, we are defining whenever you are, sorry. So whenever you are working with variables, there are two steps. Step one, declaration. Declaration means what type of data you are going to store in that variable. Okay. One thing. Okay. Now, second, you also have to, you told the type, okay, this is the type of the data I am going to store. That's okay. Perfectly fine. Now, you also have to give the name of variable. Now this, they can start with any alphabet. Okay. Sorry, I make a lot of mistake while, typing. So the spelling mistake you please avoid, but I'm dictating you so you can understand better. So name of the variable, that can be, can start with alphabet, can also start with dollar, can, also start with the underscore. Okay. So what you have given here, you have given as, A, B, name, right? C, name, message, name, this is the naming of the variable. Type, name. Okay. Now, the second thing is initialization. Okay. Initialization. So now what we are doing here, see here I have just, declared the variable A and the variable B. Here what I'm doing, I am declaring as well as I am initializing. What I'm, I'm in the initializing, I am, I am providing the value to the variable. So this is, I'm in the 2.1. While declaring, I'm initializing. Okay. While declaring, I'm initializing. Okay. So initialization. All right. Now let's see the, what exactly variable is going to help. So we understood, okay, the variable means that, the any sort of, the container which is going to store the value, and that value will help us while executing our program. Got it? That means that, whatever the value will pass here in A and B, that will help us in finding out what's the value of a C. So this is, that means that it takes the value, hold it, and let our program execute the logic. Okay. So now let's see. We go here, NOS code block, variable dot calculate. Okay. So let's see if I pass here as, this 2 comma 6. So 2 will go to A and 6 will go to B. Okay. Let's execute and let's see. See, value of C is 8. Value of C is 8. Why? Because 2 and 6. Got you? You got my point? If you change the value here, let's say the 12, and then execute. See, 18, and I'm explaining variables. Now, I mean, why I am sharing you this information, because, I mean, the if in case you are not familiar with, so you can, I mean, the understand the variable concept, and then now we will move to the JavaScript, because variable purpose is same, but there's a little bit of difference in between the variable, I mean, the declaration, right? And there are, like, we have, I mean, the integer here. So we are mentioning the data type. In JavaScript we don't. So what is the difference? We will see now. We will understand the variables in terms of the JavaScript, and particularly how we can use in LWC. So that's the purpose. I first, I mean, gave you a little bit of information on the variable. But if you want to understand the in-depth use of the variable in the backend programming, like Apex, right? So the complete course of the Apex is already available in a channel, in a separate playlist. You can go and watch there. All right. So let's see. So when I say the JavaScript variables in LWC, so what we have seen so far, that in a normal programming language like Apex or any other programming language, we have to define the data type. Okay, right? Like we have what we have done here, the integer A, and then I mean we have like this, right? So that means that first we are in a normal programming language like Apex. Okay, let's talk about, I mean, the we are, because we are Salesforce lovers. So let's talk about, I mean, the Apex, and I mean, that's our backend programming, and LWC. Okay. So in Apex, otherwise, you will get confused. I'm not talking about the Java, I'm not talking about C++ or etc. etc. Let's talk, let's, because this is, I mean, the backend programming, Apex, and this is the front end, I mean, the technology. So let's talk in these two terms only. So in Apex, what we do, if we are, I mean, if we are, working with the variables, we first type, right? We first give the data type here, that, okay, what kind of data I want to store. So I want to store as integer. Okay, data type. Then what's the name of the variable? Okay, that's also I have, I'm in the given, right? A string. Okay, block. Okay, these are data types, date, etc. Okay, so, but the benefit in JavaScript, the benefit is you need not to define any data type while declaring variable. Okay. In JavaScript, variable will automatically change themselves, or will, I mean, you can say that will understand, or behave according to the data you are passing into it. What this means. So first of all, let's say var, let, and const. These are the three types of the variable we have. And we use, in JavaScript, we use only these three types when we are working with the variable. Okay. Here we don't use integer, decimal, no, nothing. We use var or let or const. And I'm going to talk in detail uh, about these, particularly in terms of the LWC. So how we declare the variable? I simply, I mean, declare the variable like this, var a, okay? All right. Now, if I mean the I now because I done the declaration, so if I initialize it with the like this is also fine. If I initialize the like this is also fine. If I initialize this with you know this is also fine. That means that you declare the variable either using var, let, const, and whatever the type of data you will pass here in the variable, it will automatically will change. Okay, automatically will change or adopt the data type. Okay, got my point? So, I mean, this is easy, right? You need not to, define the data type first. Instead, you are using where, let, and const. And I'm going to tell you, I mean, don't get, the confused that, okay, is there any, the specific reason? No, I'm just going to, tell you everything, okay? That why, what is the limitation or what is the benefit of using where, what is the benefit and the limitation of the let, what is the benefit and the limitation of the const, right? I am going to tell you. I will do a, I will show you the practical comparison in between all these three, and especially, I'm in the LWC component only. Okay, so let's see, the view example. And one more thing, whenever you are working with the with the with the variables, right? You have to take care of certain thing, uh, you know, like okay, let me go here. Okay, so we have, the one component here, this is the JavaScript variable, okay, JavaScript variable name component. And this I am going to use in giving the explanation, in giving the detail, the explanation of the variables. So this is the JS file. All right. For now, let's remove this. Okay. Okay. Now let's the first create one button, and on the click of the button, we will call a JavaScript function. And then the our logic which will be using the the variable will show the result. All right. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so we are the creating uh, one component which will have one button, and on that button, on the click of that button, the JavaScript function will be called. Okay. Now you can see here. See, I'm also explaining you, these all things so that you can use these document for your future development, right? So as I, typed here lightning button, and you can see that, we have the button, which is, base, the neutral, the brand, these types of the button, right? So generally, what you have to understand is where whenever you have to, like, this is destructive. That means when you want to stop some, the action, like cancel button, right? Or so you will be using this destructive function, sorry, the destructive button, right? This button, right? When you want to the give a confirmation that okay, let's say you got a pop-up message that okay, are you happy with the result, and you said yes I am. Okay, so this is brand, when you are, the using, the next or a previous, these are the, examples I'm telling you, so that you don't find a difficulty in deciding that which button I should use when, right? Similarly, the this Brian outline and the destructive one, that this is destructive text, this is neutral, right? So uh, let's, they use this one. Okay, I'm using the brand one. Okay, so when they scroll down here, you will get a, the variant. Okay, so variant, here I'm using, I just copied from here and the variant, right? And then I go here, give a little bit of space, and just simply type, so sorry, simply paste here. Okay, okay. Let me remember the. Okay, let me also. The best thing, using the, these given, the component is, you also get, the complete CSS and everything. You need not to do, so much of hard work. Then everything is ready for you. And this is the JS file. You can simply, copy from here, and then, you can, use in your the component, right? So I am using this, all right. And then when I go here, okay, now I copied. Okay, I will make a change here. I will make a change. So I will write my own logic here. But I just copied. Okay, now handle click, if you see here, handle click, on click, is a event on which, the handle click function will be called. Okay, any problem little here? Let me save this. Let me save this. Any problem? If you have any problem, then, you can ask me now only. I can give you the explanation. Just think about, take, take your time for a minute. Think about, any problem with the variable, any confusion, just let me know. All right. So we have here the button, and then, the on click is an event, and on this event we are calling a JavaScript function, that is handle click. Now, first of all, before we proceed further, let's see how our component is looking, right? So let me write here something. This is the, the pure HTML, the stuff here. So let me write it down like day 05 break line. Okay. And JavaScript variables in LWC. All right. Okay. So let's save, and I am going to deploy here. Okay. And let me go here. Okay. Let me close this. Let me close this. All right. So this is the, the app builder already open. And you can see here, learn LWC, and this text which is coming is because of the, the rich text I'm using. Now I will drag my component. I will drag and drop my component here, so that it can show me my text which I have, the written here, that is day 5 JavaScript variables in LWC, and the button which I have, the written here. Okay, so this will be just, to verify that, okay, this is how my component is going to look like, and then we will start working on our logic, right? So let me refresh first. Okay. So here you can see the standard, and then here you can see the custom. Okay. So JavaScript variable, this is, I mean, the component is available here, and I am just putting here. For the, I mean, for the, I mean, the preview, or you can say, before saving it, before, I mean, the see the final output, you can also see here that, okay, I mean, the day 5 JavaScript variable in LWC, and this button is coming in the same line. Let me show you. The 1 second. Let me, I mean, let me show you. I saved, and if I refresh, okay, so day 5, I mean, the button is coming in the same line. So what I can do is I can, I mean, put this button into the next line, just for a look, it will look good, I mean, to just work on. I mean, just a cosmetic change, right? So first of all, bold, I will do, and I will put my day 5 here in the, okay, and then, I mean, the break line, let me give the break line here. Okay. So this will come into a different line, different uh, line. Okay. Let me refresh. Let me first of all deploy this. Okay. Sometimes, I mean, you may experience that though you have deployed, but still the changes are not reflecting. This is because, I mean, the some cache issue. So, what you can do is, either you can, I mean, the close this the tab and then reopen, or, I mean, just go here, just, I mean, refresh this and then save again. So, I mean, this will work. Now, when I'm clicking this button, okay, nothing is happening. Because why nothing is happening? Because, right now, our JavaScript function handle click is I mean is empty, is not this function do not have any logic right now. So let me, I mean, do one thing. Just, I mean, to show you that, okay, when I click the button, yes, something is happening. So I am just putting a console log here. When I will click a button, then, I mean, in the console log, I should see the message, this console log, as printed. Okay. This console log should be printed in the console log. Uh, I mean, this can verify that, okay, this handle click function is getting called when I'm clicking on a button. Okay. So let me, I mean, write it here as day 5. Wherever you face any difficulty, please don't, I mean, the hesitate, please ask, even after the, I mean, the lecture, if you, if you want to ask the question, you can ask the question. Comment section is open for you. I mean, the contact details are available for you. I am also, I mean, the starting with a new, I mean, the channel that will be purely in Hindi, so that, I mean, just to make things easy to understand. If you are, I mean, if you want the lecture in Hindi language, and I will share the detail in the, I mean, the description of this video. Okay, so let's see. I clicked here, and then, I let me first of all open this. Also, I mean, I will also, I mean, teach you how you can debug, I mean, your JavaScript. So, but first of all, I mean, this is one of the way of debugging using the console log. So when you click here, see, you see here, day 5 LWC, and this is exactly this message. That means that whenever you are clicking this button, okay, on click, the handle click, I mean, the function is getting called, and then, I mean, your console log is getting printed. Okay. Now, so this is, I mean, the our stuff, which is, I mean, the uh, going to help us to see the output of the, or to understand, I mean, the variable. Okay. So now let's create the variable. Okay. So as I told you that we have, I mean, the three types of variable in LWC. Okay. Which is, I mean, the, you can say it like this, three types of variables: where, let, and const. And you don't, I mean, you don't need, I mean, I mean, declaring the variable with a specific data type. Just use where, let, and const. And, I mean, in the next few minutes, we will see, I mean, the complete explanation of the where, let, const, what is the limitation, what's the benefit, and so that you can decide which one you have to use. All right. So let's, I mean, create the, I mean, the where variable. Okay. As I told you that, I mean, you simply have to write where, and see the suggestions are also coming. Okay. So let's say that I'm creating a variable with a name. Okay. Okay. Where course equal LWC. Okay. Where uh, lecture equal 5. Now, if you can see here, see, I haven't defined any data type specific. What I'm using, just where. Where for the string, where for the number, the integer, right? That is, I mean, the beauty of the JavaScript variables, that you just declare the variable. You just, I mean, they declare the variable, and whatever the type of data you will pass into that variable, it will automatically will change or will understand that, okay, now my data type is this. For example, just, I mean, for example, as I have shown you I mean, the one example in the Apex. So it should be in Apex. What will be the way of I mean, the writing the variable where string name equal Prashant Singh, right? Whereas for this in Apex, it will be integer lecture equals 5, right? Right? Okay. So, but, I mean, now here in the JavaScript, you are simply using, instead of, I mean, the data type as specific data type as a string, or I mean, the integer or any other. You're just using the where, and it is automatically changing. It is automatically changing. I mean, it is automatically understanding the type of the, I mean, the variable based on the data you are inserting, based on data you are passing. Is it clear? Okay. So now let's see. Okay. Now let me deploy. And just to make sure that there is no, the issue with caching. So let me, make a change in the HTML. This will, the make easy to identify that yes, our updated code has been successfully deployed. See, day five, it's not reflecting right now. Let me refresh again. It's not reflecting. Okay. So again, let me, I'm going to refresh here. See here, changes are reflecting now. Just click save. Okay. Now I got the result here. Okay. Now let me, go into the console. What you see? Console, name, Prashant Singh, course, LWC, lecture 5. Okay. So this is the way you can, the work with variable using var into the LWC, right? I will, I'm going to, show you a few more examples, but let understand, the first step by step. So where, let, and const. Now let me, the use let, okay? And as I told you that the variable name can start with dollar sign or underscore or alphabet. So now I am going to use the dollar sign, okay? Let, okay? Now, let me, also use, so here, remember, now it's not like that, this dollar sign, they cannot be used with where. No, no, no. I'm just, I'm showing you the demonstration. I'm just giving you the demonstration of these three. Okay. Rules are same. You can put the where here. It's okay. There is no there's no, the error you will see. Uh, okay. Or let me, the uh, source. Okay. Now let's see. Let me deploy, or better, I should make a change here. And one more thing, in case if you haven't seen the previous lecture where I have talked about the metadata file as well when when I explained you how to deploy. So, always remember that, you have to make it as true here and the target. So, where exactly you want your, the component to be available, to be, the visible for, to be, or you should say that accessible by the user, so you can add the target here. I have already explained these things in a previous lecture. Please watch that lecture, and then you will find the more easy to understand. All right, so let me the refresh this. Okay, changes are here. Now if I go and okay, see the dollar value Rajan Racing underscore source. Okay, so you can, the write it as var here. You can write it as const here. Similarly, you can write it as let here, the var here. I just, I mean, given you the, I mean, the demonstration that the way of, I mean, the declaring your, I mean, the variables. Okay. All right. Now, I mean, the going forward. Now, to make it easy for you to remember, to make it, yeah, as I mean in a more easy to remember all these three, when, where you have to use, which one. So I now, I mean, in a, next few minutes, I am going to demonstrate you these three, where, let, const, in a comparison way, in a, I mean, the comparison comparative format, so that you can see for, I mean, the all these three, I mean, the where, let, const parallelly, and can, understand that, okay, this is a limitation, this is the benefit, this is a limitation, this is the benefit. All right. Okay, let me, I mean, show you 1 second. Let me, I mean, remove all these. Okay. So the first thing is scope. Okay. Scope means, uh, like, I mean, if you're using the var, okay, and let's say, I mean, there's a curly braces. So is it, I mean, the scope of the var, I mean, the var type variable? What is scope? Is it only available, or only, I mean, the understanding their boundaries within the curly braces? So let me show you. Okay. So what I'm, I mean, the first thing is scope. Okay. Now, what I am, okay, let me write it here. So where and let don't follow concept of scope. How? Let me prove you. Now, what I am going to do is, I am going to create the one, I mean, the var variable. Then I will create one variable as, for a let, and then I will prove you that, I mean, the var and let, any variable declared using var and let, do not follow the concept of the scope, whereas const will follow the concept of scope. Okay. So, uh, let me, I mean, I'm creating one property. We have, I mean, discussed this property, use of this property in a previous lecture. Uh, but, I mean, if you haven't seen that video, I request you to please, I mean, just go through that video. You will find it most, I mean, the interesting explanation. But for now, you can say, because I'm also going to, I mean, the deep dive into the property in the coming lecture. But for now, properties and a variable are, I mean, the you can say the siblings. All right. But have some difference in between both of them, and that is true. I mean, the two brothers cannot have the exact same quality. I mean, the brothers have a, I mean, one brother will have a, some, different strength and weaknesses. Similarly, I mean, the variable and the properties are exactly, I mean, the brothers are the siblings, but both have a different, strengths and the weaknesses. All right. So I'm, I mean, I mean, the creating one property, true, which, I mean, this is property which is using the value, you are assigning the value as true. Okay. That means this property will be behaving as, I mean, the boolean type property. Okay. True false, right? To make sure, I mean, to check the condition, right? Okay. So what I'm going to do is, I am first of all going to work with var. Okay. Where a equals to 2. Okay. And I am typing here console.log a value before prop checker. Okay. Okay. Now I'm putting a if condition here. If this, now this I'm using because I have to refer this, the property here. And this is, I'm in the, I'm in you can say the global. So anything you are, I'm in the referring inside the, any function which is globally declared. So you have to, use it, this dot. Okay. All right. So now what I'm doing here is I have declared and initialized a variable a equals to 2. Now what I'm doing, I am using the same variable. Okay. Now I need to, the declare again. I already declared, the above. All right. So now I am just, the changing the value. So what I'm putting the value here is 4. Okay. Declaration I have already done at line number 9. All right. Declaration I already done. Initialization also done. All right. Now I'm just using this variable again. Okay. So a equals to 4 now. All right. So what I am, going to check here. This console log should give the value as 4 because, within the, within the, in the curly braces, I'm making a change. All right. Okay. And let me put outside this, the if block. Okay. So what I'm going to prove you here that the where and let do not follow the concept of scope. Okay. So ideally, this is, this, I change the value here. A equals to 4. So for sure, the value here will come as 4. Okay. Here, the value of 2, sorry, the A will come as 2. Now, what my question is, what will be the value here at this line, at line number 16? What will be the value at line number 16? This is my question. Just think about what I'm saying here. Scope, where let do not follow the concept of the scope. So with this statement, you know, if my statement is true, so it should be like here it will come true. Sorry, here it will come as a value as 2. Here the a value will come as 4, but here also the value will come as 4. Okay, let's see. I'm in the, let me deploy first. Oh, it's not updated yet. See, it's because of the cache issue. Let me refresh again. See here, 244 outside 4. Can you see here? Okay. So that means, there is a no concept of scope. Scope means that ideally the scope is this, right? We they declare the a variable with the, a variable here. We initialize the value as 2. After this is the one of the scope. scope, right? Curly braces are ending, starting from 2, and the ending as up, at line 15. So scope ends here, right? But because where and let have a property that they don't follow the concept of scope. Okay, so that's why the value once changed here, and they don't follow the boundary, they don't follow the concept of the scope. That's why we are seeing the value here as 4. Now let me to prove it with the let. Okay, let me make it as 12 and make it as 44. Okay, let me deploy. Okay, so here will be the 12, 44, and 44. Okay, ideally, right? See, the pattern which why I am adopting this, that first I'm talking about the scope, and then I'm showing you the comparison so that you understand that okay, this do not have the this have a the limitation that if you are going to use the where or let here, then this means that they don't have the concept of the scope here. So if you have some logic where if once you come out from the if block, once you come out from the scope, the value should they come it should give you the original value, then you don't use the where or let. Okay, let's see the in terms of the let as well. See, if the things are going easy for you, if the things are they going in a in a very structured way, please don't hesitate to put your like. Your one like actually gives me a lot of motivation, a lot of the love. See here, 12, 44, 44. Okay, hence proof, right? Now let me the proof that const basically, if you use the const here. Sorry, const. Okay, so if you use the const, then you will get the error. Okay, what error? I will show you. And this error, you will once you will see the error, then you will understand, oh, this is because the const follow the concept of the scope. All right, so let me deploy. And please they promote your channel. This is your channel, so please don't forget to promote, share the the lectures with your colleagues, because I teach with full honesty, with my with my complete dedication. Oh, it's no, it's not updated yet. Okay, no problem. Let me refresh this again. Okay, let me start refreshing from here. Let me make a change in the UI so that we can verify. Okay. So, you see here, okay, you see here, the a value before prop checker is 12. A value before prop checker is 12. Now, even though, uh, this is true, okay, it's not going into the if and then after the if block into this. Ideally, I let me, try to reproduce the error. Ideally, the error which you will see, will see const, uh, it should be like, 1 second, assignment to constant variable. Okay, let me let me show you. 1 second. I'm just trying to, the reproduce the error, because I want to show you that, the this error you will see, uh, unfortunately it's not coming in the console log. So, and in case you experience this error, so you should not, you should not, it should not be, like, what should you do now? You immediately, you should understand that, okay, this is the error. This means that, this is the problem. So let me show you. I don't know why, this error is not coming, but, as I said, whenever you see this kind of the error, okay, let me, show you in the Google as well. Assignment to the constant variable. So whenever you see, this kind of the error, this means that, there's a problem of the scope. Okay. So actually, this is const, okay, this is coming here. But, these are not executing. So, the logic is, everything is working fine, but I want to show you this error. No problem. I will reproduce this error and a separate session, I will share with you, but demonstrating the, this error and the solution. Okay. Uh, but you remember, whenever you see the error, that means, this is the problem of the constant, like, this is the variable, right? This variable is basically, this variable basically is should be, the declared here, right? And initialize as well. Okay. Now the second thing, that is the scope. Sorry, one, we understood, and now the second is the initialization. Initialization. Okay. See, const variable should be declared and any sorry, the for the spelling mistakes, initialized at same time, else will throw error. Let me show you. Okay. So we have here, the this is the handle click, and now what I'm going to do is I am, the declaring here. Okay. See here, as you can see here the error, the red line below, and if you hover it over it, you will see const declaration must be initialized. That means while you are declaring, at the same time you have to initialize as well. Now there is no error. You got my point? If I, again, if I remove, you will see here that what you read here, const declaration. See, a is declared, but its value is never read. Okay. Now, const declaration must be initialized. Okay. Missing initializer in const declaration. So you will get an error if you will not, they provide the value during the declaration. That means declaration and initialization for the constant, for the const, should be at same time. Okay. Whereas if you go with the let, no problem. If you go with the where, then no problem. Got got my point? See, you don't see the error, right? Is there any confusion? Okay. Now the next point is hoisted. Now what is hoisted? Hoisted means, let me remove this. Hoisted means that first the initialized a variable, and later on you are declaring it. Initialized, first initialized means provided value to variable. Okay. Later you are, later you are, the declaring. The spelling, can be wrong. So just avoid. But you understand, the spelling you can avoid, but the understand what I'm trying to say is, let me, repeat this thing again. So this is declaration. This is declaration. This is initialization. Okay. Declaration, declaration, initialization. Okay. Now, what is, the other way? This is declaration and initialization. Okay. At the same time, you are declaring and the initializing as well. Initializing means providing value. Declaration means that you are, giving the name and, you're giving the name plus you are also, providing, the type like where, let, const. Okay. So hoisted, the third point is the hoisted. Okay. So what is the hoisted means that first you are doing the initialization. Later on, you are declaring it. Okay. Now, for the this hoisted is possible for where and let. Okay, let me show you. So what the but it's not possible for the const. Okay, so let me show you. The how you can work with the hoisted with the where and let, and then why this is not possible in the const. So what you can do is you can, let's say I am creating a, the variable and I am assigning the value as 12. Okay. And later on, I am saying vary. Do you see any problem? No. And this dot display check equal a. You can, or, or you can also do one thing. You can use the console log as well. Let me, deploy this and let me show you. See, 12. Okay. If you see the, the 12. Okay. First example 12 and value also, the coming here is 12. Okay. And the same is with the, let. Let me change the value here to, so that, it makes a difference to, to identify that yes, there's a difference. Okay. Deployed. Let me refresh. Okay. It not refresh yet. See, 22. Okay. Now, what if I, go with const? First thing, the hosting is not possible in the const because, the during the, as I said, during the declaration only, you have to provide the value. Okay. So hosting is not possible. It will throw an error here. Okay. Const A colon any missing initializer in the const A. Okay. So hosting is not possible. So now, we have, seen the differences, the comparison in terms of, the scope, in terms of, the hosting, initializing, right? And now I think, the once you will start working on the LWC component, you will be, able to understand that, okay, which one you have to use, in what way. This is, you can say the beginning of the programming in the LWC. So keep your concepts very clear. Tomorrow, in the next session, we are going to deep dive into the properties, and there, we will play much more with properties, much more with, the variable. And then, we will also understand, few more things related to the properties and variable, and then further new topics. Till then, the keep supporting me, keep me showing your love, and don't forget to subscribe, to hit like button, and feel free to share your appreciations, your feedback in the comments. We'll meet again in the next session. Till then, take care. Thank you. Jai Hind.